of Kibera slum, Mary Rice Center was started in February 2007 by two brothers who belonged to the Congregation of Christian Brothers.
It came out of the need which arose around Kibera slum. But the need which we saw, which was special education, we said we want to venture into this because we realized dealing with the children with special needs, it will put us to the edge. It will force us to do things which we've never thought of.
The center was started with a vision to create a successful transition of children with special needs through effective basic skills, training, and home-based care.
Mary Rice has been built in three core values. The first value is education to empower. Then the second one is compassionate response. And the third one is advocacy. So in education to empower, we tend to provide holistic education, which cater for physical, emotional, and spiritual.
To handle them is a bit challenge, but once you own them and you accept them and you have passion for them, it's just easy to, it's the best career to do. You know, for the first time when you're handling them, you'll find it's a little bit hectic. But with the time, you find it's normal. Who knows the song with this is table number 1? Let's go 1, 2, 3. This is table number. There's a syllabus, but sometimes you cannot go with the syllabus because sometimes they'll come, they don't have that mood of learning. Sometimes they don't have that interest. So if they have interest, you teach them. If they don't have, it's not that you leave them the whole day, but you'll go with age. If they can, their age can allow them, yeah, that is okay. Ability, some cannot write. If you go to other normal school, this is what they do because they are young. And what about ours who are special and they are young too? So we teach them by that pace.
With an aim of encouraging parents to be more involved in their children's development, Mary Rice Center engages with the parents directly.
Initially, like when we started Mary Rice Center, the focus was a particular child, like the child with special need. But we realized when we went for home visit, there are other children in that particular family. And looking at the situation of most of our parents who are living below poverty line. So we said we can't just close our eyes for the needs of those who are at home. So we said we need to assist the parents so that they can be self-sustainable.
Meet Millicent Akinyi, a parent of Mary Rice who resides in Katwekera in Kibera slums. 3 of her 9 children are mentally challenged.
Hao watoto walizaliwa kama wako wazima. Hao matwins wawili. Wakafikisha mwaka 3.5 wakaanza kugonjeka kama meningitis. Nikapeleka Kenyatta, wakatibiwa, ikaenda kama ugonjwa umeisha, wakapona. Kwa baada ya siku 3 kama bado niko huko, hiyo ugonjwa tena ikaanza. Beryl naye alizaliwa kama hako sawa. Nilipitia kwa shida wakati nilikuwa na mimba yake. Kuna waizi waliingia kwa nyumba, wakanitoa, wakandunga na kisu hapa kwa macho.
Abel Momanyi is a 43-year-old who is also parenting a child with disability.
Sasa wakati huyu mtoto alizaliwa mwaka 2000, na wakati amesaliwa kawaida alikuwa tu kama mtoto normal akisaliwa. Alilia kawaida vile mtoto huwa akisaliwa siku ya kwanza akalia. Sasa sisi tukachukulia na mama mtoto akosa, lakini katika ile development ya mtoto ile yani kukua, ikawa kuna mahali alikuwa analia saa yote kulia.
Abel and his family were desperate to see their daughter Rael get well, therefore trying both herbal and conventional medicine, things he said did not help much.
Nikamleta hapa Nairobi ikiwa 2009. Sasa ikawa hadisi alikuwa na improvement kidogo, lakini upande wa kuongea pia alikuwa hajaongea ile clear, anastama tu.
According to the National Survey for Persons with Disabilities, there are about 1.7 million Kenyans with various types of disabilities. And with a society where disabled persons are still viewed as a curse, both Millicent and Abel agree that it can be frustrating at times.
Imekuwa kazi ngumu kwa sababu mtoto wa kwanza kijana unajua alikuwa vizuri. Sasa huyu shida saa ni ile sequence ya kufanya vitu kwa nyumba. Imekuwa yani inakuwa ni kama niko disturbed. kwa sababu yake. Watu walikuanga wengine wanakuja wananisauli eti mtoto ni kama alitupiwa, yani ni kama mama alitupiwa uchawi akiwa na mimba yao. Kwa hivyo hii ni kama ni laana mtu amekutu.
Hii maisha ya watoto imeniweka kwa maisha ingine ngumu sana. Hata niseme nikipata kazi, hata kazi tu yenye naweza, siwezi kwa sababu ya watoto.
Attitudes displayed by people around persons with disabilities can be a bigger problem to them than the conditions they are suffering from.
Watu walikuwa nasema, sasa sijui kwa nini walikuwa nasema, hata saa ingine najua tu kitu yenye inafanya watoto, lakini mimi mwenyewe sijui.
So for the parents, what we have done from last year, we started a microfinance scheme, which has got 2 phases. One phase is we provide a loan to the parents and they have to pay in 10 weeks. And then another phase of microfinance, the parents are making products and they sell those products. So out of the profit we get, parents are getting 20% of each item we sell.
At least tukishona wakinipatia kazi kama hii, si at least hiyo ni pesa nzuri. I can pay the school fees for other children. Alafu naweza nilipe rent watoto wakule. Hata hizi bags tukipata order, especially tunapatanga ma orders. Juzi tulipata order, especially wiki tumepata orders, tumeshona bags mob sana. Na saa hizo pesa ikikuja, hata wenye wanajifunza, au wazazi wenye wanajifunza, saa zile na shona, niko na hao. Hata kama wajashika kushona vizuri, but they can make the bags.
The aim of starting this project was to help marginalized parents be able to sustain themselves and their children during holiday sessions when they go at home. In the loan department, we give parents money starting from 2,000 shillings to 10,000 shillings, of which they return in a minimum of 10 weeks and a maximum of 20 weeks. In the microfinance project, we start a business for the parents of making African art craft, and the aim of starting this microfinance project is for those parents who started a business and they could not sustain it. So through this, we started a microfinance project of which we'll be able to monitor and assess the development of a parent in each day.
The center, whose mission is educating, healing and integrating differently able children into the society, equally conducts therapy sessions for these children.
Basically, my main work usually is I work with children with both physical and mental disability. For physical disability, my main role is to maintain their range of motion. There is facilitation of their muscle tone and muscle strengthening activities. And for those children with mental illness, we have like those ones with autism, the main therapy for them is sensory integration therapy. We have different children with different types of disability. We have those who have cerebral palsy, we have spina bifida, we have hydrocephalus, we have some who are paralyzed, like this case of Triza. She was paralyzed one side of the body completely, but she's coming up well. We have others who are mental illness, who have conditions like autism. So you do different therapies for different children according to their different conditions and needs. And I'm also involved in activities of daily living, where I train them on feeding, things like feeding, toileting, bathing, and grooming, yes, so that they can be able to be independent and be able to do everything for themselves.
It is a special day today. Beryl and her siblings are dressing up to go for a school trip. They seem very excited, and so are the other children in school. Excursions are good for such children because apart from giving them an opportunity to interact with the environment, the teachers are also able to identify their strengths and weaknesses to help in their development. Mary Rice Center is guided strongly by three pillars, which are education, compassionate response, and advocacy. However, it has had its own share of challenges.
Mary Rice, I think we are faced with three major challenges. And just to name them, one of it is land, which is very vital. Then second is toilet facilities. And then third is transport. Talking about land, because we've been hosted by Sanchez Wanga brothers, they gave us a small portion where we can put the shipping containers, and that's where we are operating now. The shipping container, there are three, which have provided us with 2 classrooms, 1 occupational therapy, and an office, plus a small unit of a kitchen. It's a very limited space because looking at the needs we have. We don't have a playground.
Poverty has also been a key hindrance to development, for most parents can barely afford the required fee.
We had a policy of saying if the parent cannot pay the school fees, the child will stay home. But we realize we are not punishing the parent, we are punishing the particular child, because some of the parents, they don't care whether the child is here or is at home. So we do charge school fees, which is 200 shillings per year. It's very minimal, and they find even that amount, some parents, they're not able to pay, looking at the situation at home.
In spite of all these challenges, Mary Rice has been able to make a difference in the lives of these children.
Hao watoto nimeona wamebadilika kwa vitu aina mingi. Sahi mtu kama Clinton hakuwa anajiweza, hakuwa anajua hata achukue viatu. Siku hizi anaweza chukua viatu. Akisavaliswa anajua viatu, anatakana vai viatu aende shule.
Initially mikono yake ilikuanga wiki, haikuwa inaweza kushika hata tuseme kikombe ya kujinyuisha maji peke yake. Lakini tangu aingia hapa hizo mazoezi wamfanyise, siku hizi unaweza kumtume tu aende achukue hata mboga, lakini ile kitu hasa ajui ni hesabu ya pe, hiyo ndio hawezi jua.
As a parent, I was overjoyed. I don't know, I cannot explain, because siku expect mtoto wangu hata yeye pia siku moja bebe bag ama bebe sanduku yake eti anaenda shule.
Beatrice's daughter successfully transitioned to a vocational training center after graduating from Mary Rice.
Nimefunza hizi beads. Na hizi necklace na bag. Na kusona nguo. Kufanya hii kazi peke yake, ninaweza napata pesa. Hiyo pesa nasaidia nayo, nanua hata nguo ama viatu ama nini, ama dawa.
I know Jiriano Modi. She has been a student here since last year, July. And when she came here, she only knew about taking care of herself, but now she is capable of doing few things like beadwork, dressmaking, and we are very happy with her because she socializes well with others, she is responsible, and she is ambitious.
There are a number of kids who have moved from here to another stage because Mary Rice is the transition center. So we can only accommodate the children for 2 or 3 years, depending how the children is coping or improving. What we are hoping to achieve in the next few months is to start outreach program. And the outreach program will cater for those children who have not been able to be enrolled to the center. So we'll be taking our service to the children at home.
With a capacity of only 25 children, the center has successfully transitioned 7 children to the next level of education. Some parents are proud of this achievement.
So our strength has been picking up from the pillars, compassionate response, because if you don't have the compassionate, driven by the heart response, you can't do what we are doing. So sometimes I've been strengthened by what the other staff members are doing, because it's not about salary, but it's about what is my heart desire, what do I want to do to bring change in the society.
With support, Mary Rice Center can grow into a bigger facility that serves the people of Kibera effectively, bring immense change in the society through these differently gifted and abled children.
We're very much grateful for the support we have been receiving over the years, and I know that you are still supporting us, especially the support we got from foreign donors, groups and individuals, more especially from Australia, St. Virgil's College in Hobart, and many other schools, Edmund Rice schools in Australia. At the same time, we want to appeal to the locals, the Nairobians and Kenyans at large, to support us in whichever way you can, either in kind or in cash, because whatever you provide does make a difference in these children's life.